How are y'all doing this evening? My name is Dalton Self, and this is my friend
Brian Davis, right?
And I'm going to be talking to Brian today about the sonata allegro form style of classical music. Now, Brian here is really interested in reading. He's a very huge literature fan. So what I thought would be cool is I kind of made a comparison between the sonata form of music along with books. Now, with books, there's probably 3 parts to a book I usually see when I read. Brian, could you tell the viewers what those parts would be?
The 3 parts are introduction, body, and conclusion.
Which is great because in a sonata form of music, you actually have 3 parts to that. You have the sort of the introduction part, Brian, which is going to be the exposition. Then you have that body. You know, the body is really what keeps the reader going, which is the development part. And then at the end, my favorite part of a book, I'm pretty sure it's your favorite part of the book too, it's the conclusion, which what we call a sonata form would be the recapitulation. Now what I'm going to do is, previously me and Brian had listened to this this sonata form piece that I found on YouTube. It's actually by Bach. It's Sonata in B minor is the name of this title. That was the title of this document. Well, anyways, we're going to go through this, and I'm going to see if Brian can correctly identify the 3 parts to it. So we're going to start. If I can get the cameraman to come a little closer. If you come a little closer. I'm going to go ahead and play. Let's see if this thing will play. Here we go. It's going to take a little bit of time. Alright, Brian, this is the beginning. Kind of like the beginning of the book. So what would you really call this part of this song? Out of the 3 steps. The introduction.
Yeah, the introduction.
So kind of like the exposition, right?
Exposition.
Introduction would kind of be like the exposition. So we're going to move this a little forward. This is basically Bach introducing the elements of the song. He's not really showing you exactly what the song has, Brian, but he is giving you a brief introduction of what it's going to be like. I'm going to keep it going right here as we introduce sort of into the body of it. Now he's introducing more, the exposition is continuing. You're going to hear a brief break in the music. You're going to hear basically a pause and about a couple seconds. Hear that pause? Now we're starting to introduce more elements to it. It's starting to really develop the music going. So could you identify what this part would be? The development of the song. So we're going to keep going. We're going to go a little bit farther. Now we're basically in the middle of the song. This is basically the body of the song. As you can hear, the songs get a little deeper into it. The song's getting a little bit more extreme. We're going to let this go until about 53 seconds before the song's over. As you can hear, the song's kind of winding down. It's kind of, in a little bit, it's going to start basically, what I like to call, it's going to start basically wrapping up the song. Kind of like, here we go, listen to this part. Getting to kind of like the climax, which would be of a book, climax of the song. Now everything's winding down with the same elements. Now I know the word that I threw at you was a little hard. So could you name the 3rd and final phase of a sonata song? Recapitulation. Alright, now the song's going to finish up. Beautiful piece of art. Beautiful piece of music. And there we go, everybody. That was the sonata form. Bach Sonata 1 in B minor. And this is my friend Brian. He has correctly identified all the parts of a song, a sonata style, and classical style music. And my name is Dalton Self, and I would like to thank everybody out there. Thank you so much.